What is up, Marshmallow Echo, Greed Echo here. So today I'm gonna teach you guys how to win 8-0 with Master the Deck Tower Damage Challenge. So finally, man, this is the 4th video that I've recorded in a single day. So thanks to my healthy lungs and also my healthy eyes and hands, I'm able to do all of this in a single day because I can't really do it in separate days. I'm really busy in these days, so hopefully you guys understand that. So today I'm gonna explain to you guys 3 of the best decks here to help you guys win 8-0 in this Master the Deck Tower Damage Challenge. So without further ado, I'm gonna show you guys these 3 best decks right here, and I'm just gonna pass through it with all the synergies, explanations, and all the combinations here and how it works together as a deck. So tower damage, basically that focus on the damage due to the tower as fast as possible and as much damage as possible. So the first up we have this classic deck, which is the Giant Graveyard Spam deck. So this really causes a lot of damage to the tower, opposite tower, as you have Bat, Skeleton Army, and also Snowball to quickly cycle through to your graveyard and Giant combination. As I say on the last video, I don't know if you guys have watched that or not. Basically, there's a combination with the Giant and also the graveyard together with the P.E.K.K.A. You can tank the graveyard by using Giant or the P.E.K.K.A. But in this deck, you can use the Musketeer at the back for the Giant and also let the Giant tank for the graveyard. So basically the graveyard can deal a lot of damage. Arrows is not enough, freeze is not enough, poison maybe it is enough, but the combination between Giant and also the Musketeer will defeat the tower as fast as possible. So next up we have the hard counter for tanks, which is the mini P.E.K.K.A. because this also can sometimes help to tank as a mediocre card if you guys don't have Giant or any tanks in your cycle. So basically, if you are not if you don't really want to use Giant for tank, you can actually use cards like Royal Giant. It will be a really good choice, or you can use like cards that can really tank. Example like Elite Barbarians will be a good choice too, and also maybe something that is really tanky like Giant Skeleton will be a really good choice too, and also Goblin Giant. So just depends on what kind of tanks do you like. If you are Goblin Giant lover, just switch to Goblin Giant. If you like Giant Skeleton, just switch to Giant Skeleton. It all depends on how you play in your daily game plays, because this is just a basic idea of how this deck looks like. You can just modify it by just simply check it on Deckshot Pro. And again, I'm talking about Deckshot Pro, I'm gonna put all the link for these 3 decks down the description below, so make sure you guys go and check it out and have fun with this event. So Snowball and Arrows just do cheap damages and also at the same time cycle to your graveyard and Giant, and cooperate together with the Bats and Skeleton Army to defend, together with the P.E.K.K.A. to defend Swarms, tanks and all the stuff, Musketeer to defend airs. And yeah, basically this is the first deck that I've explained to you guys for this tower damage video. And next up we have the lock bait deck. So here, as you can see here, some of the cards here, it's actually in lock range, basically like Ice Spirit, Goblin Gang, and also Goblin Barrel. Basically this is like one of the classic Goblin Barrel bait deck, where you have Rocket and the lock to finish it off. It's kind of like the Expo control deck, but it's kind of like a fast cycle deck. As you can see here, its average elixir cost is about 3.3, and also Inferno Tower for the Swarm. So basically it's the pretty classic lock bait deck. But again, the lock is getting nerfed, but I can't really blame on that, because now you need to just get used to it for this brand new season. So yeah, you have Goblin Barrel, the main character of a lock bait deck, and to deal cheap damage if the player chooses to use lock on the Goblin Gang or the Ice Spirit to deal as much damage when you put down your Goblin Barrel to deal like a lot of damage to the tower. And if not, you have Firecracker to be a really tricky one to distract the opponent and blast his Firecracker from a distance at maybe at the King Tower or at the back of the Princess Tower, and it all depends when you cycle through your spells, which is the Rocket and again the Lock. And you have little Inferno Tower here to defeat the tank, and also Goblin Gang again for the distraction, and Knight for the defensive, really annoying defensive card. So yeah, there's two of the decks here. One is basically the Graveyard Giant deck, another one it's the classic Lockbait deck. So yeah, Ice Spirit will slow everything down. It will freeze the troops for about 2 seconds. I'm gonna show it here. It just freeze duration for like about 1 second. And yeah, this is how it works for this Lockbait deck. But actually, you need to be pretty careful for the Lock. And again, if you guys want to watch all the interactions for this new season, you can watch the OJ's video for this new season. So yeah, there's both of the decks. And last but not least, we have another Lockbait deck. But this Lockbait deck is kind of interesting as we have some cards switching up, which is the Dart Goblin together with Rascals coming in. So basically, we have the main character as well, the Goblin Barrel, and we have also the Goblin Gang as the same users as the second deck actually, to either defense or you can use to distract all the other tanks and yeah, deal some cheap damage maybe on a little tower there. And also you have Rocket and the Lock cycle, which is a pretty annoying combo with these two spells. And yeah, you also have Dark Goblin to have a fast motion to defeat against the swarms or either air troops, example minion horde, mega minion, you name it. A lot of stuff that Dark Goblin's mechanic can do. It will be able to deal a lot of damage to the tower and also do some cheap damage to them as well. And yeah, you have Princess again to bait out the Lock, and later on you can put down a Goblin Barrel if you want to, and this will cause a lot of tower damage. I'm not gonna lie, the statistics show a lot better here in the Deckshot Pro app, I mean the Deckshot Pro website. So basically this is the Lockbait part, and next up we have two of the side dishes which also plays a pretty important role actually. Rascals to defend together with the Dark Goblin with a fast paced motion, and you have Prince to cause a pretty good damage. As for the last season, Prince is getting a really good moment here and also do a lot of damage if hit to the tower. It's about 600 to 800 damage. I'm gonna just press the stats here. It's basically causing like 357 damage, but if charged it's about around 800 damage here. It's 715 plus 69 damage. So yeah, the charge damage is pretty scary, and if your opponent have a swarms, you have the Lock to defend against it. And if your opponent put like Executioner or Wizard at the back, you can just drop out a Rocket, just do whatever you want. And if you don't really want to have such an expensive card like the Rocket, you can either switch to maybe don't choose Poison, because Poison get a pretty bad nerf now together with the Miner, and you can use like maybe Fireball or like a little arrows here, or even Zap will be great, Snowball will be great. Either just every time in my video I just depends on how you use this deck. So if you guys not getting so used to this kind of decks and you feel like maybe Zap will be a better choice for you, just switch it up man. I'm just giving suggestions for you about the basic idea of this deck, so you don't need to follow 100%, but if you feel like this deck is just nice for you, just make sure to check out in the description box. As I have said, put all the link in the description already. So yeah, basically there's the 3 decks, 2 of the Lockbait decks and 1 with a special interaction between the Giant and the Graveyard. So yeah, there's the end of the video guys. Hope you guys learned something from this video, and if you find this video useful, make sure to click a thumbs up. And also if you want future useful content like this, make sure to click the subscribe button down below. I'm just about to hit 120 subscribers. I don't know if this video, when this video uploaded, whether it will get more, but I want to pass the 120 subscribers before my trial, so hopefully you guys can support me by subscribing. And also comment down below which decks are you gonna use, maybe the number 1 deck with the Giant and the Graveyard, or the 2 of the Lockbaits. You can just name down the numbers and let me know about it, and we can talk about it even in the comment section. I'll reply to every single one of you. So basically that's it guys. Hope you guys learned something from this video, and I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.